Oh, good afternoon everybody, it's Derek at Lockie's Locksmith Services. Today's video is actually about mortise lock picking and where to start. So what I'm suggesting to people is that if you want to learn how to pick mortise locks, then I would suggest that you have a look at a Locksporter's channel, and he's called the Brummie Lockpicker. Why do I suggest this? Because he's good at what he does, and he's going to save you a lot of money when you first start. So for an example, most locksmiths, and I'm talking about the majority of locksmiths out there, are not very good mortise lock pickers. And the reason being is to pick the various different types of locks takes a lot of skill, and it takes a lot of time to learn. So this is what I'm going to suggest. Go over to the Brummie Lockpickers website, and then he will show you how he's made some quite basic tools. And these are actually some of the tools, and they're actually just bent nail tension tools. Now, what I learnt from him is that I've got this set of a lockpick set here with tension tools in. I've got this one from somewhere else. And you're looking at, on average, between 150 to 250, 300 £300 for a mortise pick set. When in fact the important thing is actually the tension tools, and the pick wires. So the Brummie Lockpicker is going to show you how to tension mortise locks with things like a screwdriver, an Allen key, a fork. So therefore, what he's actually saying is that the tension tools play a part, but it's not a big part. It's actually about your skill and the use of the wires and being able to find your way in the lock. So he's going to save you a lot of money. I'm going to suggest that you go to his site, make some of your own tools first of all, because if you can't use the basic tools that he shows you how to make, then you're not going to be able to use these. In other words, you're going to be wasting a lot of money. So most locksmiths, what they'll do is when they can't pick a lock, they'll actually drill a lock. So when we're drilling a lock, for example, this is an ERV Fortress, we've got to identify it through the keyhole, the type of lock it is. We normally use a guide for that, which will give us measurements, and the measurements will actually show us where to drill. So if the lock is on the left hand side of the door that we're facing it, then when we drill through, we'll actually be drilling into like the lever pack. So then we can just put something in and lift it up and obviously get the gate open and open the lock. When it's on that side and it's on the right hand side of the door, you're actually drilling through where the bolt is. Now people think that's easy, but it's not, because you've got to identify the lock. Not only then, after identifying the lock, you have to identify which part to drill, where you are in the lock in order to lift the levers up. So you can either drill for the bolt stump, which is this bit here that the levers are actually hiding, or you can drill for the levers, open the gate, pull the bolt across. So it's always easier when the lock is on the left hand side of the door because you're facing the levers. When it's on the right hand side of the door, and then what happens is you're actually drilling through the bolts. Now this particular lock I took out of a door, and don't know whether you can notice there or not, but there's actually a lovely neat hole, and somebody's actually drilled this lock in the past. You can see that it's actually rusted, this hole here, and he's drilled through the bolts into the lever pack. That's how good that particular locksmith was at drilling these locks. So what he's done then is he's into the lever pack. Let's put this in here, hopefully you can see it. So he's into the lever pack. This is actually a tension tool I'm putting is for a 5 gauge. The lever pack is actually in here, so I'm just going to poke something in to try and lift the levers up if I can. To try and get the gate open. And there you go, you see. So that's what he's done. So that tiny hole is probably about 6mm. He's managed to go through the bolts. He has touched the lever pack a little bit, but that lock is still fully functioning. I hope this is of benefit to people. And Brummie Lockpicker, thank you very much indeed. Excellent at your Mortise lock picking. Excellent Mortise tools. Thank you.